visionary, revolutionary. I'm a visionary, revolutionary.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the D&B podcast. I am your host, the champ, Emilio Salamander, and I'm here with my stupendous co-host, Kebby the Mark.
Cause I'm a fucking mark for this shit.
Now, today, we got a special topic to talk about today. It's a simple question, and it could end with a simple answer, but you guys know KB and I, we can go on for hours off of one topic. But it's something that I really want you guys' opinion as well. So y'all let us know in the comments below as you listen to this podcast. But is social media bad for wrestling? That's my honest question. You got to think about it. Pro wrestling got characters. Some people still try to keep kayfabe alive, so forth and so forth. So, is it hurting? Is social media hurting wrestling? Like, should it only be used to enhance the character more, and they should keep their personal lives off of social media? Or you don't mind, social media playing it, and it makes you actually like this wrestler more because you get to see more of a personal side to, your favorite wrestlers and everything. You can relate to them more.
I think it's done more hurt than it has done good, but the good that it has done kind of outweighs all of the bad. Because when you get a glimpse into your favorite wrestler's personal life, you see like, oh, they're just like me. Mm-hmm. This is just their 9 to 5. And that's how, it's a career for them. It's a job. This is their job. It would be like, us showing up to work every day. That's literally what they do. They just show up to work every day. You see a little bit of the personal life. You see, they like dogs. They like to do this. They like to do that. And you're just like, they're just like me. I could go out there and be a professional wrestler if I wanted to. Mm-hmm. But, the harm is so bad because we can't have debuts anymore. I think AEW has done the best way that they can when it comes to debuts with social media. Because with social media, we kind of know who's coming. We know who's coming. You can't keep anything a secret now. Mm-hmm. Like CM Punk came back this week. That was reported. Kenny Omega's supposed to be back. That was reported. We know who's coming back next week.
And I blame social media for that. Because
of course.
If you keep it to a thing of this is the thing. Let's use a luchador for example. A true luchador who follows the rules of being a luchador, they wear their mask every time they're in public. The only people who know their face is their immediate family. So if you could take that and be like, because there's a lot of them that will go to having to get on the plane and they will actually take their mask off and can walk around comfortable because they kept their identity held. But it could be a thing. But I know some people who don't wear masks, it's gonna be kind of hard and stuff like that because you don't get seen in public and stuff like that. But keep up to your character. It's your job. Shit, if you don't like doing it outside of what you work, then you shouldn't be a wrestler because they know that comes with the territory. Just like if you're an actor, if you got a role where you gotta get when 50 Cent had that one role where he played that character where he had to drop all that weight. Like he was committed. You think only when he was on set he wasn't eating and he was only eating a certain amount of calories so he can make sure he maintained that weight. No, offset he was doing the same thing too. So I just expect the same thing as a wrestler and stuff. It just kind of takes away like the feel of it, like like when certain things happen, like you said, debuts, like it kind of ruins it. Like somebody injured, you follow their progress of them healing on their social media. So But they already seen them in the gym working out in the ring and stuff like that. We kind of be like, all right, shit, they posted them in the ring, running the rope, so they should be returning here soon. Kind of takes away that surprise effect, like they could pop up at any moment. But like I said, if you consistently going off of not even WWE, but just wrestling TV for more than 2 weeks, you automatically like forgot, like, because that's a long term. It's almost going on in wrestling after 2 weeks. If you constantly not being on TV, it seemed like it's like a couple months already. So you could return after 3 weeks, and that shit for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, and I was gonna say back to the debuts or even returns. Back in the day, you could go out and rent out a venue, and let's just use Cody Rhodes for example. We know he's gonna be out 9 months. So the venue that we're gonna be at in exactly 9 months, or when I want him to come back, we send over the match graphic and everything. Back in the day, they could have that, nobody would know. That match graphic would hit the social media in about 20 minutes, and everybody knows, Cody Rhodes is coming back at this arena. When are they going to be at this arena? The Royal Rumble. Okay, got it.
All right.
Like, social media ruins that for everybody. I mean, like, imagine if we didn't know it was going to be Cody Rhodes. Imagine if we didn't know it was going to be CM Punk.
Yeah.
Imagine if we didn't know. The pops would be bigger. Everybody would really lose their minds. I mean, sometimes I just feel like it's good to have what do they say about 68,000 around WrestleMania. It would be great to have 68,000 fans not knowing who the fuck is about to come out.
When we talk about returns, this recent CM Punk return wasn't as loud as it was when he returned 1 year ago. When he returned 1 year ago, that shit was through the motherfucking roof. But this one wasn't as loud as I would have thought. But I don't know, AEW, they do, like, when they do returns and debuts, I kind of feel like they dropped the ball with that shit though. Like, I would say they nailed it with Bryan Danielson, but they did the same shit not like a few minutes later with Adam Cole. Like, just have him come out. Like, I kind of wish that they would step that game up a little bit more when it comes to the returns and debuts. This one was kind of sloppy. Like, he returned. You can kind of tell like they was playing like, all right, CM Punk's supposed to be made a little strong, so everybody who came out, let's just get out the ring and let all the heels stay in the ring. That was kind of stupid. I think they should have been, all the baby faces should be brawling with the heels. And then CM Punk just clear shot and shit. You know how they used to do it? Undertaker came back, boom, he tear a couple people outside the ring, making his way to the ring. He come in the ring, all the baby faces and stuff, in the ring fighting the heels, and then Undertaker start boot to the face, choke slam, another choke slam, toss out the ring. And he like clearing out shit. I think they should have did something like that. CM Punk come out, hit a clothesline to somebody out the ring. Somebody else run up, he hit another clothesline, slide in the ring. You still got the other people in the ring, the other faces, instead of facing other heels. He grabbed one heel, throw him out the ring. Do another move to another one, and then another babyface throw him out the ring. Then him and Chris Jericho face off or whoever, and then he hit them with the go to sleep, and then he get tossed out the ring, and all the baby faces standing strong. I ain't like the way they executed though. It was just dope, and that's just my biggest complaint about AEW. I don't think they know how to do debuts and returns really well. It's not. It's hit and miss with it.
I mean, I think you're looking at it wrong, if I'm being honest. I think the way that they did it was, I don't mind it. I'm not saying it's the best, but I think it was good for what it was worth. CM Punk came back, got a big pop, took out 2.0, who ran after them, and the rest of the JAS squad cleared the ring. Moxley was sitting there, told his guys to leave, turned around and had a stare down with CM Punk. The goal is to get and CM Punk had a stare down with Moxley after he told the Blackpool Combat Club that he was cool, leave the ring. Right, the moment you wanted was Punk and Moxley with the stare down, and I like the fact that CM Punk didn't walk out with the AEW World Title. I think it was a great look because he hasn't been there, so he doesn't look like a champion. Yeah, we understand you were injured, but you should have technically vacated the title. So this would be you returning to get your gold that you never lost. It gives that type of visual, even though we know CM Punk is the AEW World Champion.
Or just have CM Punk re-debut and shit, and like I said, like have him come out with the title, and then he clear the shop, clear the ring and shit. That him and John Moxley was in the ring toe to toe. John Moxley take his belt, he hold it out, and then CM Punk take his off his waist and hold his up, and they just have stare down there. And they go off the air with the commentary that's going, "Who's the real champion?" Oh no, they're just teasing it for All Out.
I think that's very WWE.
It's better than what the fuck we saw.
I don't think so. I think it's Moxley for real, just telling, the Blackpool Combat Club, no, I got it. And then they took each other off.
I seen somebody say on Twitter that John Moxley is ruining blood in professional wrestling. And I don't know, I may have to agree with that. Not really ruin it per se, but he overdo it. Like, you can't be bleeding and still looking like with the same energy and everything like how you did when you started the match.
It's John
Moxley. You have to
Mox.
sell it in a way, like. But CM Punk on the green, it was like he forgot, like, oh, I'm not bleeding no more. That's sweat.
It's John Moxley, and he sells it all the time. What's the problem with somebody?
Moment though, I ain't like that.
What's the problem with somebody wanting to bleed? That's never be a bad thing.
You're not Sandman. You're not an ECW original.
But it's John Moxley. If there's anybody in pro wrestling I can believe getting busted open every match, is John Moxley, because he's a fighter. That's what he does. Yeah, so yeah, he's gonna walk out with nicks and bruises. It's John Moxley. He's a brawler. He's a fighter.
I feel like it's overdue. Like it's due too much.
Blood?
Yes.
See, y'all people wasn't saying this when Cody Rhodes was over here doing that.
He do too much.
Nobody was saying that. Everybody loved the fact that Cody Rhodes got a little color. And then when it mixed in with the blonde hair and you got that gray baby face moment where he overcomes and you could just see his hair turning red from the blood that he lost. Y'all wasn't saying that when he was over here. Oh, but Moxley just goes on like a 3-week tear with it. And they like, you know what? I am just a little bit tired of blood.
Yes.
I can understand why WWE went to that PG era. Because this is not what we need to be teaching our kids.
It's exactly that.
Of course it is. But social media. I think it's really turned fans against each other. Getting serious.
Yes.
I think it's really turned fans against each other. And I'm not going to call out any accounts. That's not like us. We don't do that. But there are two very nasty accounts on Twitter who constantly attack All Elite. And I've seen All Elite accounts that attack WWE. And they just act like, or social media just will have you believe that it's impossible to like both companies. I can like WWE, but point out its criticisms. You can like AEW, but point out its criticisms.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we do on the channel.
Right.
That's literally all we do. Talk about the inconsistencies of your show and my show. And I don't know if you agree, but I think I've been harder on AEW than you have.
Yeah. I was hard on them in the beginning, but as of late, yes. You have, yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. It's like social media will have you believe that you can only like one. And that's what I don't like, and that's exactly what social media is. It's just a toxic cesspool of virgins and other people who just don't like each other, or at least the IWC is. I've never heard of a more toxic base than wrestling, which, if you know the foundations and shit of wrestling, it's always been to bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
And all it's doing is tearing people apart.
Mm-hmm.
You can only like AEW. You can only like WWE.
Social media can really be depressing. And I'm a huge advocate of saying it is okay to take a break off of social media. We seen how people did. Like, I really believe social media is bad for wrestling for the gimmick standpoint, as I was saying earlier, and the aspect of they could just, like, fans just think they could just say whatever they fucking want to say, knowing damn well you ain't gonna say this shit. You see them in person. I hate that shit. I really hate the way how they did fucking Shotzi, how they ran her off of Twitter and shit just because she had one fuck up in the Money in the Bank. She had one fuck up. Everybody fucks up. But then y'all run and tell her that she needs to retire and all that shit like that. Like, come on, but y'all call yourself fans at the end of the day. Then when she winning this shit, y'all want to act like y'all ain't take shit in the first place.
And it's, you know what it is? I think another thing that I've noticed is just how toxic it is. It's like, I can only like you if you work for my company. The same people that was talking shit about Cody Rhodes and saying, oh, I think Cody Rhodes bleeds too much, this and this. Cody Rhodes comes over, oh my gosh, bro, he's just the greatest thing. Oh my gosh, and he's coming over with the AEW gimmick. This is just perfect. This is what Cody should have been. TV, Raw's getting ready to go TV 14. Oh my gosh, can you imagine Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns bloody? Like, you can't have it both ways. You either like the blood or you don't like the blood. Either way, the blood's going to be done. Because now with Papa H in charge, we're definitely going to get that visual of Cody Rhodes leaking. You just can't have it both ways. And that goes with liking the wrestler. Like, as much as as you and me talk off camera and I sit there and I talk my shit about Cody Rhodes, I always end it with I love Cody.
Mm-hmm.
I love Cody. Loved him in AEW. Loved him in WWE. When we talk about Brody Lee, I loved him as Luke Harper. I loved him as Luke Harper. I loved him with the Bludgeon Brothers. I love both sides. And you can love both sides. They're just characters. They're still your favorite wrestler. They just work in a different company.
Right.
You can't have it both ways.
Right. Social media, I mean, it got its pros, it got its cons. It can be good, it can be bad, but I think we at the point where social media is not going anywhere. It's going to be here. It's just a thing how do we have to adjust to it? And I don't know. I mean, I'm here for the wrestlers start putting these motherfuckers in their place. If you say something, they say something you don't like, shit, go ahead and shit, tweet them back, put them in their place. I'm here for it.
There are so many YouTubers and so many like fans that I want wrestlers and different people that they talk about to put them in their place. Because I think some of the shit that these people be getting away with is just pure unadulterated murder. And they really get away with the shits. Talking about this person. I'm like, what? What if you ever, my initial thought is like, what if you ever see this person and they know who you are?
They ain't gonna say nothing. Oh man, I was just joking. It was just for the views. That's exactly what they're gonna say.
Like the people who talk shit about Roman. Like what? You think you could whoop that nigga Roman ass if it was just y'all two? Like y'all, he said he gonna shoot a fair one. You think you about to just whoop Roman Reigns? It ain't no way. There ain't no way. They be getting away with pure murder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, The people I know, the city that I stay in, they show up at your front door with what you saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They at your front door doing boom boom boom. What's up? I saw it. What's up with it? But you know what? That's what makes them, WWE superstars, professional wrestlers, boxers, and people who do martial arts and combat sports. You gotta have a different type of patience. Because you probably could just walk around just killing the population of motherfuckers who don't like you. But then you'd be in jail too. But there are a lot of keyboard warriors though. And I'm not here for it, bro. If you're not gonna say that to their face, then don't be typing behind the keyboard saying it.
But I think we overlooking it because most of this shit be like 12-year-olds and shit.
12-year-olds who think they 20.
That's it.
But see, then I'll be like, what's up with y'all parents?
They don't care. You keep them quiet.
Bet. And when I show up at the front door and he like, that's Roman Reigns, and I'm be like, I got an IP address for somebody who was talking trash about me. What's up? And then they gonna be like, what? But you feel me? Like, I'm just saying, bro. You meet the right one on the right day. It could be a whole different scenario. It could be a whole different scenario.
Yeah. Social media being bad for wrestlers. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, man. Let's just be loving. We're all wrestling fans. We're all here for the same reason, to enjoy professional wrestling.
If you like AEW and don't like WWE, that's fine. You are welcome. If you like WWE, don't like AEW, that's fine. You are welcome. If you like both, that's fine. You are welcome. If you like both of those and you like Impact and you like New Japan, and you just don't discriminate towards wrestling, you just like wrestling in general, that is fine. Let's just accept everybody's opinions and then move on. Everybody is so offensive. They get offended so easily. I may like one wrestler, they get offended because I like their wrestling. Wrestling's so subjective. It's really up to the viewer what you like and everything. But like I said earlier, social media could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. It just all depends on how you utilize it and how you let people affect your day. But y'all running wrestlers off of their social medias and shit because y'all threatening them just because they make a mistake. Like, it's ridiculous.
I mean, you can't even have an opinion these days.
Man.
No, your opinion's wrong. I didn't know opinions could be wrong.
It is ridiculous.
It is. Just love the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Just love the sport and everybody who participates.
Man. But guys, y'all go ahead and let us know in the comments below what you think about today's topic. Do you think social media is ruining wrestling? Let us know. We'd love to hear what you guys think, and we'd love to interact with you guys, so please let us know. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. Once again, I'm Camilio Salamander. It's KB the Mark. Simply, we some fucking marks that love sports entertainment.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.